tech and software tweaks have kept the Volkswagen ID.4 EV fresh, but there are still drawbacks. 2 years on from its launch, the ID.4 is maturing nicely. Improved charging tech and software tweaks have helped, highlighting how electric vehicles can get better with age. But there's still a long way to go with the car's infotainment, even if the ID.4 drives well enough and delivers sufficient range. We're hoping that improvements to the ID.3 in these areas will trickle down soon. Nearly 2 years on from its launch, the Volkswagen ID.4 lineup has changed quite significantly. The first edition launch model has given way to regular trim levels, but unfortunately not more affordable ones, given the abolition of the plug-in car grant and the way new car prices have risen. The ID.4 range now consists of 2 trim levels, Life Edition and Style Edition, with 2 battery options, a 52 kWh unit and a 77 kWh model, and 4 motor outputs. They include 146 bhp, 167 bhp and 201 bhp single motor variants plus a 261 bhp 4-motion dual motor option. There's also the hotter twin-motor GTX. It's the heartland of the range we're reviewing here, a 167 bhp 77 kWh model in Style Edition trim. At £48,010, it's still a pricey vehicle, but many EVs are. This outlay delivers a claimed 322-mile range and 0 to 62 miles per hour performance of 10.4 seconds. It's far from fast, but it feels swifter than a combustion-engined SUV offering a similar level of power, thanks to the 310 Nm of torque that is delivered in a smooth way when you squeeze the throttle. It comes in gently and there's lots of it, so the ID.4 whisks you forward on a moderate but sustained wave of acceleration. The real benefit is the smoothness and refinement with which it does this, something its sibling SUV, the Tiguan, couldn't hope to match. With this version's single motor mounted on the rear axle, far from the driver, there's not much audible whine, while wind noise is well suppressed, too. The ride is also mostly fine. With a lack of engine noise, you hear a few more dull thuds from underneath as the chassis works to contain the road inputs, but the ID.4 damps out rolling undulations and softer bumps fairly well. But after winter weather, the UK's roads throw up sharp ridges, deep potholes and aggressive imperfections, where the suspension comes unstuck a little. Particularly at low speed, it feels quite firm, presumably to control the 2,198 kilograms curb weight that comes with that big battery. Sometimes at higher speeds the dampers respond more aggressively than you'd expect, but on a motorway the ID.4 cruises nicely. That mass means it isn't the most agile machine, either, but the steering has a good weight and the car changes direction with enough precision, even if there is a bit of lean. But it's the maneuverability that's the biggest benefit. With the motor mounted on the rear axle, it's possible for the ID.4 to have more steering lock than a front-wheel drive car. Combined with a short front overhang, it means the ID.4 delivers a 10.2 meters turning circle, 40 centimeters less than a VW Polo Super Minis. The B mode is a drawback. This dials up extra regenerative braking when slowing down. But it's not quite strong enough for full one-pedal driving, so you have to use the brakes, which can be a little grabby. Practicality is just as good as before, with a 543-liter boot despite the rear-mounted motor underneath the floor, and lots of space in the back seats. Legroom is good, but headroom feels a little tight in the rear. In the front there's plenty of storage, with a big lidded bin between the front seats that contains the wireless smartphone charging pad, plus 2 cup holders ahead of it. Style Edition trim gets 19-inch wheels, which probably don't help the ride, matrix LED headlights, sat-nav and the latest smartphone connectivity as part of the central infotainment screen. The latter still has the same flaws as it did before, with the touch-sensitive controls difficult to use and some software bugs apparent. There's also a small and simple digital dashboard, a reversing camera, full keyless go, 3-zone climate control, a panoramic roof and plenty of USB ports inside. However, given the model's price, some of the materials inside don't feel quite up to scratch. There are some hard plastics in a few areas, even if the main touch points do feel good. Build quality is decent. Model: Volkswagen ID.4 Pro 77 kWh Style Edition. Price: £48,010. Powertrain: 77 kWh, 1XE motor. Power, torque: 167 bhp, 310 Nm. Transmission: single-speed automatic, rear-wheel drive. 0 to 62 miles per hour, 10.4 seconds. Top speed, 99 miles per hour. Range, 322 miles. Efficiency, 135 kilowatts, 5 to 80%, 29 minutes. On sale. Now, that's a wrap for today's video. What are your thoughts on our list? Let us know in the comments section below, and make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more future videos.